Good morning, my students, and welcome to our Saturday class. Thank you for the students that have attended. Here's Dr. Mudley there joining us for our lecture. And I'm so happy that all of you are here and I'm making you famous on our recording, right? So the reason I'm recording the lecture, because some of you have families. You messaged me yesterday and you said you can't make it. One of you had a child who was not well. I'm also a parent, so I understand, right? But guess what? I'm here today. I'm here today. Dr. Mudley is here today, and it shows initiative that you are here. So for today, I'd like us to use the computer lab because it was such an uphill battle. Dr. Mudley, you know the problems we have with venues. Did venue booking reply to you, Dr. Mudley?
Right?
Did venue booking reply to you?
No, I don't normally expect a venue to reply. As long as I send them an email and there's no response, I accept that it is agreed.
Perfect.
I work on a default
settings.
Right.
Right? So, we are here today. The reason is to use the computer lab. So some of you had issues about Galvanize Academy. We're going to check that out. I know you are having an issue. So to put that on recording, and that I'm telling you now that, you know what? The Galvanize Academy, the CPE credits, sir, this is over and above what we are doing. This is not part of the module descriptor. It's not in the study guide, right? I want you to do that, and I want you to pass the CPE exam because there are job adverts out there that are actually requesting data analytics and ACL. Dr. Mudley, will you verify that for me?
Yeah. In fact, if you apply, almost every internal audit job requires knowledge in internal auditing, will require knowledge in data analytics, data mining, data drilling. So it's part of the thing.
Yes.
Well, you just saw a couple adverts.
Yes. I shared the whole advert with Dr. Mudley. This came from a student of mine. Now, I'm not going to share it with everybody because I don't know whether you are interested in applying for a promotion or another job, right? And also, I'm giving the other student a chance because that was the student's thing, right? The salary was pretty good as well, sir, for the first time job.
I thought I should become an internal auditor now.
Ah!
Yeah, because they earning just as much as that. We have to put up a lot of them.
Exactly. And we must do that as well. So I want to include, some of you would have passed by Imam Sultan, the Ritson Road. Did you see how filthy that was? Please do. I'm going to write an email to the SRC as well. It's no use me teaching you about ACL and Galvanize Academy and SAP SRS for HANA ERP when we have students that don't know the basics of cleanliness. Alright? So I'm going to put this up after you code it. I'll put it on again. I'll put it off and on because I'll start coughing. Now, so for today, I'd like us to, number one, you have a problem with Galvanize. Log in, show it to us. Here's a student out here. I remember her surname. Is it Miss Govender? And no relationship to her. Miss Govender has completed the entire project. The first data analytics and the examination. By the way, I think there's others as well here. Sipo completed. Sipo, huh? No, right. Mr. Sipo. Would you assist the student to find out where it is? And then, in our presence, Dr. Mudley, will you help us on Monday with Mr. Langton, sir?
Yeah.
Because he's the administrator, so I got it recorded, right? So if Dr. Mudley doesn't help us, we need to see.
Take action again.
We're going to take action, right? Because we are now going to say it's compulsory, sir. That's what we needed to do, right? So, I'm going to do that. We're going to sort that out on the computer. Then, I want you to register for a conference. I'm going to share the link with you, and I want you to do that, and I want you to take a screenshot of it as proof that you've done it. And I want you to attend that conference. It's for SAP S4HANA. So I can't tell you how important S4HANA is, right? DUT put an advert that they want 3 years of experience of SAP S4HANA. SAP S4HANA is out in the last 2 or 3 years. I don't know who will have 3-4 years experience, but if you do, you can apply for the job at DUT. So I want you to do that, right? Then I want you to print your ACL certification. Some of you said you're having issues with it. Your exam, you can do a screenshot. If you don't know how to do that, I will show it to you, right? We're using the computers. And I also want you to log in. Where's our IR, T-IR? She said she's coming. So she's not here. She hired.
Oh, okay. They're probably still getting to. They're probably still in the other places like work.
See, sir, is a typical teacher giving excuses for his students, right? Okay, like a parent making excuses for the child. Good point, sir. We note that. So Ms. T. Iyer said, I asked her to give me her username and password. So do you have your username and password? The one that's we created some time ago on MS Teams. Remember, y'all, keep troubling me, right? Don't forget that because I don't have administrative rights to reset your password. And if you enter it in 3 times incorrectly, then we'll have to write to the administrator, and I don't have to tell you what issue I have. And the problem that we got, sir, is we are using UCT's CFA server. So we'll have to write to Guamaka at UCT CFA Center to reset it. Now, the reason I'm using SAP S4HANA, sir, I don't have to do that. I spoke to Norman from CQBA. He says, no, do a demo. This is a recording, never mind. He said, you can do a demo of software. For example, if I'm teaching nuclear physics and we had to have a nuclear power station, I don't expect you to go and fiddle around with the nuclear settings in a power station. The same scenario works with this, but we are so lucky. Each one of you has access to a server that logs into SAP S4HANA. So I'd like you to do that now, right? You're going to log in, and I'm going to assist you to create your password or hopefully reset your password if I can, and log in so that you have an overview of SAP S4HANA. All right, that's the purpose of it. This course, our module descriptor, states that we need to do ERP systems, enterprise resource planning. And the example that we're using is SAP S4HANA. All right? So, step number 1, I want you to register for this conference. Take a screenshot, 5%, sir. 5% or 10%, sir?
5%. Okay. 10%.
10%. Okay. My sir said 10%. Right? So I'm going to log on. Right, let's log on. Let's log on. I'll just put my data project. There we go. So I'm going to share my screen. I just put the lights. Say it's okay. The lights. Right? Okay. So this is the website. I want y'all to register for this, and I want y'all to attend this conference. Right? You are ERP, SAP, S4HANA students. Now let me tell you why. Last year I actually presented at this conference in Cape Town. There was KPMG out there. KPMG, sir, what does KPMG stand for?
Keep playing more golf.
Keep
Producing more gas.
Oh, keep producing. All right, that's a joke.
KPMG is the name, the first letter of the surname of the original founders of a firm called KPMG, a firm of accountants and auditors.
So they were present at the conference, and they were offering students, again it's on recording, they were offering students an opportunity to submit their CV. Now if you were present at that conference, imagine how much easier it would be for you to get an internship with them, right? They actually wanted students from UCT, but because I was there, I said, please, can you consider DUT students? And they told me that if my DUT students complete the SAP S4HANA exam, they would be considered for the internship program. But they did mention, sir, that they consider the universities first, UCT, WITS, UKZF. I said, but give us that opportunity. So now you understand why I want you to register for this conference and attend it. So your name becomes synonymous with you, S4HANA, ERP systems, and that you are and want an internship program. Can you see how much extra I'm doing with you? Huh? Right? Because I want you to. The whole purpose for me, my number one objective, is for you to get a job in the accounting, auditing, taxation field, right? And earn a job and pay tax like us, sir. Right? Okay. Right, so there we go. Step number 1, I'm going to email this to you. I'm I'm going to forward sir's email to you. Open up your email. Which other lecture lets you check your email in class? Hmm? And my program coordinator is there. Sir, is that okay, sir, that they're checking the email, sir?
And in own work.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to send this email to you. This is from my, I won't call him the program coordinator, but he's the person responsible for the CFA contact, Mr. Amar Ramnarai. Right? So I'm going to send that. I'm going to send it to you. Would you like me to send it to you via WhatsApp or email? My network is slow here. Are you on the network or on the Wi-Fi? On the Wi-Fi, okay. Right, so I want you to log into this conference. The conference is free for students because we've already paid licensing like lots of money, lots and lots of money. So open up your email. And I'm going to give you 10%, I promise you, especially if you are struggling to get your 75% and you have right. But consider also this as a period of time where you can ask me questions. This is our consultation for your part-timers, right? Anybody with a question, don't start sending me emails galore. I get so much of emails, it's unbelievable. The students, emails, messages. Anybody with a question while I'm trying to log into my system? Right, open up your email or your duty email. I also got to remind you, have you received an email from CQPA with regard to SEQs and LEQs? Okay, I'm going to send her a reminder. On Monday, Tuesday, you should get another link. Our turnout was very poor. Very, very poor for the SEQs. SEQ stands for Subject Evaluation, right? You're evaluating the subject. And the LEQs is the evaluation of the lecturer. Now, I am telling you, and I want you all to put this down. I was in Gym B and Gym A on Thursday. It was load shedding. I couldn't see. I'm old. I felt so sorry for our students. I heard from my fellow lecturers, S10 basement, during load shedding, they were writing tests. Ask our powers that be, sir, you are in management. A simple emergency light, not one or two or three students. Right? Don't go and waste, and I'm putting this on record, and I'm really upset about what the SRC and all did, right? Don't waste money on I know it was Heineken beer. I saw the 3 bottles outside in our Sultan. Right? 3 Heineken bottles or 4 could have bought a, and there was a Jägermeister, that's pretty expensive as well. Don't ask me how I know all these things. Right? Emergency lights, about 3 or 4 emergency lights in ML, in Gym B, Gym A. Write that down. I'm telling you now. Write it down in the subject evaluation. Put it, because people read that. People read that. My head of department will read that. The program coordinator will read that. Right? There were 65 of you that replied to the SEQs and LEQs. Please write it down. I'm not afraid to put it down and to state that we need to sort out our emergency equipment at DUT. During registration, I got to tell you this. They had generators for the computers, for the lights, for the fans or whatever, and they didn't connect the generator to the Wi-Fi. It was pointless. Yes, it is a joke. Let me put it. Must I tell you that? It was a joke, right? So please put it down. also want the library open 24/7 during the exams. Right? Sir?
Close to 9.
No.
What time does the library
That's ridiculous. That's
close?
ridiculous.
Students are on.
Please, sir. That is ridiculous. I'm putting it on record. It is ridiculous that the library. It is ridiculous that the library opens at 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Right? When I was a student, I spent overnight in the library. Right? Overnight. I had no computer, nothing, no internet that time. That's how old it was. Right? So, sir has given us his assurance. He's going to speak to Ms. Smitha. I know the manager as well. Are you sure it opens at 8:30, 9 o'clock? Quarter to 8. No. Sir, that's not on, sir. That's not on. Right? So please put that down because the quality assurance person will check it out. Right? They had an audit this week. I was part of the team where they questioned the library resources. Right? So that's for your subject. You must help me. I'm here on a Saturday early morning. Got up at 6 o'clock to make sure that I'm here at 8. I want you all to do that. Now, is it for my benefit? No, for your benefit. And you're helping the other students as well. Okay? Right. A couple years ago, I also fought for this for the library, but you know what the students did? They don't go and use the library. So then they said, there's the stats, you asked for the library to be used. That was non-exam period. During non-exam period, they're not using it. It's like me asking for this lab, and I'm recording it, I'm keeping it on record, and we don't use it, right? So, that's point number 1. The emergency lights, the library must be open. Ask for 24/7. Let me tell you why. Some of my students had difficulty finding venues to stay overnight for the exams. They'll come to write the exam. They used to stay in the sit in the library, study the whole night through, come write the exam in the morning, go back. We also did that, yeah.
We also did that. We were at
Natal University. You did that.
Yes. We want to study over here. Just before the exam.
So, let's do that. Now everybody open up your email. Who has a problem? And you're only receiving checking email from me. I sent it to you. Oh, sorry. Hey.
I think we have to get the students to teach the IT lecture.
Right. Do you want to send this message without subject? Yes. Right. Send. Okay. Right. Open up your email and click on the conference link. And I want you all to open it up. Oh, Luis, I'm so happy you're actually doing SAP S/4HANA. Thank you. No, I'll have to use the link. Right, go to the link. Click the link to register for the conference. I want you all to, it's online, it's virtual. I'll just put the aircon off and on. I don't know how to play on the settings. And I don't want to play the setting in the computer on Monday. Why did I change the aircon settings? Right, so I want you to register for this. And I want you to go to last year's conference because that's where I presented, right? The program there. Right, so. Right. There we go. It's on the 5th of June. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th of June. It's from 12 o'clock. It's about 2 hours a day. Right? 2 hours a day. And they only talk SAP S/4HANA. They talk ERP systems. They may get a person from industry. I'm not sure if the program. Oh, there's a call. Look at the program. Let's look at the program. And I want you to attend and I want you to ask questions. And please identify yourself as people from DUT. Right? That's out there. Right? Control C. Let's have a look at their program. Let's have a look at their program. Right, there we go. 5th of June. SAP Products and Strategy. The SAP University Alliance Africa. DUT belongs to this alliance of universities. We are part University of Cape Town as part of that. Let's go and click on it. See it? SAP University. There's a university in Mauritius that's also part of that. Now, what's so great about this is, let's log in. Sorry, I'm doing too fast. Thank you, please, good, log in. Put down Durban University of Technology. Okay. I'm sure they are allowed to give you the yes. Your academic discipline, you are in finance. You put on finance or accounting. Right? Finance or taxation. You mean other people are beating you with emails? I'm sure I send you so more actual emails than that. Governor. I hope I win the award for the lecturer who sends the most amount of emails. But I think I win the award. What SAP technologies are you using? What SAP technology? S4HANA. You're using S4HANA. Right. Let me have. So if you want to watch me doing it, I'll do it on here. Now you all know my first name, as if you didn't. Prinavin. No relationship to you. Just mention that again. My email.
Oh, by the way, just on that.
Yes, sir.
One of the red flags of fraud is when somebody is continuously tracking kind of the same code. You will get very worried, no?
You're right. Sir's doing psychology 101. Let me stop it. Correct. I won't say it again.
I'm joking.
Like, no. I'm like, by the way, sir, I actually enjoy this rapport that sir and I have. Where he's here, I'm here, yeah. What do you think about that, sir? Huh? Other lecturers and teachers would be, no, Satu used to say, no, must not have. If you got nothing to hide, why don't you want your inspector or Satu there in your class? Right. University, Durban, University of Technology. My academic department is, for me, it'll be computer science. I still love my computer science and IT. And I'm using SAP S4HANA. Right. Now, if it says it's registered, after the host reviews your registration details, you will receive it. Right? Because you are DUT students, you will be registered. I want you to take a screenshot. There are some students that don't know how to do that. Anybody sitting in here want me to show you how to do a screenshot? Right. You look for snipping tool, right? SNIP. So at the bottom of your screen, if you look at the bottom of my screen out here, you search for a snipping tool. SNIP, right? Snipping tool. There's my snipping tool. Right? You click on the snipping tool, and there, right. So there you go. You click on File, or you click on New. You want to make a new screen capture, right? New screen capture, and I click. Your cursor will turn into a cross. Right? Your cursor will turn into this cross. So this basically gives you the coordinates on your screen, right? And you will use your mouse, your two-finger mouse, one finger hold and drop and drag, and whatever you have snipped, it becomes available. You did it, got it now. Oh, you're still busy. Sorry, am I going too fast? I know I should be. I'm already time's up with you. So you give me a few minutes, sir. Yeah, right. So, you want me to do it again?
Yes.
Right. At which stage? Oh, okay. From the beginning. At the bottom of my screen, it says, type here to search. Type here to search. Are you there?
Yes.
Good. You put down SNIP. SNIP. Do that? SNIP. Remember earlier on I was trying to look for the recorder. You can do that in Mac. It's your magnifying glass. Or here's my search button. Did you find it? Right? Work with me. I'm going to go slow. Says give me extra time. I can go slower. Now I go to snipping tool. And I click. When I click, it opens up the snipping tool for me. You will do this method for your certificate as well. Okay, when you do get it. God willing, please, I must pray, do a special prayer for you. Right? Once you inside, do the whole Gayatri mantra for me to register. Right, so we'll know what I'm talking about. When I do that, I click on new. Click on new. My cursor changes into a cross. Do that. And just let me know. With me? Good. If you're not with me, tell me, I'll come to you. I got extra time now. With me? Then I'm using my touchpad, so I'm using 2 fingers. Right. I click, and I hold, and I drag. I know you all know how to do this because you all take selfies, and you want to take a selfie of them. And I let go. 2 fingers, right? Help your students, Who needs help? My deputy for the day will help. Mr. Sipo, you got it? Right, help your fellow students. That becomes your evidence. Right? Don't WhatsApp it to me. I'm going to show you something else, Dropbox, how you can upload it to a Dropbox folder. Or you can send it to Moodle. Now, when I show you all these other tools, this is part of IT, information technology. These are soft skills that I'm showing you. All right? We could use Mentimeter as well in class to create interactivity. Like nice there. Sipo, you're with me? Now that you've done that, you can say File, click on Save As, and you give it a name. So I'm going to say Proof of Conference Registration. Right? Now it becomes your file, it becomes a photo. Alternatively, I could have copied it, Control-C, and pasted it in the body of my email or in a Word document or Excel document or PowerPoint slideshow. So this is how I want you to present your next certificate. All right? I'm going to see you next semester as well, hopefully, God willing. I don't know if my program coordinator wants me to do it next year as well, but I will be doing that. Right? Good morning to you. Thank you for coming. Right. Thank you. I initially I look at my time and say, why are you so late? Good evening to you, all of that. But then, 1 or 2 times, students explain to me the challenges that you have to come, or the sacrifices that they made. Some came from Peter Mattisburg. Where you came from, ma'am? Oh, God.
So I got a message saying that it's only for the people that missed.
Yes, missed it. Did you miss the test? All of you sitting here wrote the test. Oh, thankfully. Now I'll have to set a different test because I was going to give you all the same test as what you all wrote on Thursday. But anyway, I got time now to do a makeup test, right? The makeup test will be for students who missed it after test 1 and test 2, and the project that you do, the assignment, if it's below 50, it's compulsory to write the test. Right, sir? Compulsory. You need a minimum of 40% TP to write the exam. Your examination is on the 13th of June. Somebody asked me, sir, can I post the exam timetable? No. I don't do that. Sir will tell you he won't do that as well. Because if the examination timetable or the venue changes, then you will hold me responsible. It's not my duty and job to do that. I take responsibility. I will tell you it's on the 13th, right? But don't hold me responsible, and do not ask me, please, to put it in a letter with my name on it. Somebody even, I saw it as the WhatsApp status, too, right? Because my name is there, TP Governor. Right? That's how I like TP Governor, or P Governor, or T Governor. They don't know who they're talking about.
Can I tell them that I know what the T stands for?
Oh, sir knows what the T stands for. Right? Sir and I go back when I was...
But we're not related.
We're not related. Oh, look at the way he says. So we go back when I was in high school, pretty long time ago. So you've done that. The next thing I'd like you to do is, those people that are having an issue with Galvanize Academy, let's go to that one now. So this document now, if it was sent to me, I could have sent this to everybody and said, there's my proof of registration. Right. So I'm going to say, here we go. I'll show you how I'm doing it. Now I simply click on the attach button. Here's my attach button that looks like my paper clip. Here's my paper. It's feeling too cold. I'll put the aircon on. Right? I click on browse. I go to desktop. And where did I save it? Where did I save it? There's it, proof of conference registration. I can either attach it like that, or I can copy and paste, or Dropbox, right? Copy it. I'm going to show you now. I'm showing you 3 or 4 methods. You know, they say if you are clever, you can show them 1 method. If you're intelligent, you can show them 2 or 3 methods, right? So if I'm showing you 2 or 3 methods, come on, you're supposed to say I'm intelligent. Oh yes, that's what I also want you to put down in your LEQs and SEQs. We want staff that are qualified and certified to teach the subject. Right? I'm not joking. I'm not joking. No.
Can your last one be Facebook for me?
No. Don't do this, sir. I learned about ACR because of Sir. Right? I did the auditing because of Sir. Right? And then we're going to do teammates. Sir.
Yeah. In fact, it's a pity that you are finishing the diploma this year. Because from next year, I intend to introduce teammate to the class. It's about data auditing and...
I am recording it. I am recording it. You know what?
In the whole internal auditing and search course, I want to actually introduce teammate. But unfortunately, it takes time. I started the process last year. It takes a bit of time, so hopefully next year.
Right.
What we can do, Dr. is that for those, we'll check with management, for those students who did the PGDIA 21, 22, and 23, we'll try and have a short course on teammate for you. We'll introduce a course next year. We'll try and have a short course for teammate, and we'll see how we can manage it through the university process.
Nice.
Right, thank you. Clap, put it on the cover. Right. Now, let me tell you why I'm recording it. So we've got proof, evidence. Next year, Dr. Modley says, we don't have money for
They do
teammates.
forensic auditing and internal auditing. They know everything is evidence-based.
Evidence-based, right? So I'm going to do that.
So you see, I'm not the only one to do that.
Right. So, put that down in your SEQs. Let me tell you why. They want someone to teach S4HANA. So, if I had to struggle and write that exam to pass S4HANA, the trainer course, why shouldn't the other lecturers do that too? Huh? Besides, I don't want them to move me from IT5 now, I've done it for 2 years. At least, you get to the grips of. You can just go and teach it. Right, Mr. Dr. Wadley? Right. So put that down as well. You want competent, trained qualified lecturers for SAP S4HANA. And just to remind you, I'm trained in this course, right? I wrote the exam. Okay, I didn't get 90 and 100%, but I passed it, right? Let's leave it at that. Okay, I passed. I got a certificate to say that I can train you all in S4HANA. Okay, okay. I'm just throwing in. Right, so I want you to, right, let's go back. So you go and paste it, copy and paste it into. So there's my snip, I can say edit. I'm showing another method. Copy, and I'm going to say Control V is to paste it. Right, not do it. Or right click and say left click and say paste. There we go. So it came into the body of the email. I'm going to be there 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I'm going to make sure that Dr. Modley also registers for this conference because he is the head of department and he needs to have an overview of what's going on in the course. And in this course, we are going to, on behalf of the South African Academy Board, we are pleased to invite you to register for our virtual conference on the South African Academic Conference from the 5th to the 8th of June, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock a day, 2 hours. So if you're working, take your lunch break. During that time, you will log in to the course. And if there is a contact from the auditing firms, they generally have KPMG or Deloitte and whoever, right? Take down their email address. And in your email to them, request internship. Right? I was speaking to one of the students. They said they are prepared to work for free. Right? Because they want experience. SAP S4HANA DUT is asking for 3 years experience. How can you apply? You don't get 1 year experience, right? Okay, so that's how, and then you click on send. Then you click on send, and you should receive the email. Right, now that I've got a few more minutes, let's go and now log into, oh, thank you, keep your phone and let it receive messages. Now let us go and log into our S4HANA. I hope you remember your password. I told you that. Let's go to, right? So there's the email address. Do you all remember the URL or you want to email it quickly to you? Okay. There's the URL, HTTPS. Quick revision, HTTPS is a secure site. HTTPS, I'm going to log into S4HANA. I don't write long stories in my email, right? I got no time for that. I'll just put it to you. Yes, 1 second. So just open up the email and click on it. Yes. Now, try the back. Oh, put the switch on there. Go to the end. Switch on. There's the switch there. Put the switch on. Okay. So yes, in your SEQs and LEQs, mention that you want a lab technician available. Because that's how I started my job in 1999. I was a lab technician. I used to be fixing computers, carrying the data projector, and I had 2 legs. And they used to make it to hook it up. Right? And look at me now. I'm a lab technician. Okay, so put that down in your SEQs. Put that down, that the computers don't work, that we want to upgrade the computers, right? That the Wi-Fi doesn't work. So don't mention all these things about how I tell the students how to write the SEQs, right? I'm not supposed to. No, but that's how we get things done here.
Yeah, our Wi-Fi is very weak.
Very weak. I'm using the lab. You want the
No. I've got one.
Right, click on the link. Now the client is 263. Oh, I can't remember your password either. Anybody remembers the default password? What did I say it was? ZNB INIT 2023. I don't know your password. INIT. Who knows the password? The client is 263. I'm going to log in. It's like you asking me, what is your PIN? That's what you're asking me, your ATM PIN. Right, so here it is. Right, so whose username works here? You can do concurrent. Anybody? Share it with me, somebody. Share, come. Ms. Naika. Yeah, your individual login. Come sit here and do it. Right. Okay, so Ms. Naika, no relation to me. Ms. Naika. So she's going to help us. Can you mind sharing it with me afterwards?
No.
Oh.
No, I can't.
Okay, ZNB. Right, class, watch this. Watch this. Stop whatever you're doing. It's good revision. So her username is ZNB, which actually is a Zambikes case study that we are using. Right? We're going to watch, I'll play a video if Sir gives us a little more time. Put the password in. Tell us your password. I can't see it.
Yeah. Someone, what's the hash key on this?
Oh, look at that IT student. There's a hash key.
I'm looking.
Shift it, number 3. Right, now, everyone in the SAP Alliance University has a client, right? Because we don't want to interfere with somebody else's work. So that's what that choose. Oh, Shirley logged in. Right. Well done. Well done. Now, I did this with you a couple of Saturdays ago. Remember Ms. Iyer was in the room? Right. So I'd like to know who is still struggling to access the SAP S/4HANA. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 of you. All right, for now, if you don't mind, work with another student, right? Work with another student. Sit next to them. We'll have to reset your password. In fact, we'll have to go through the process like what we do for ACL. We'll contact the administrator at the CFA, right? Because I don't know your password. I can't. That's the whole purpose of having a username and a password. Right. So very quickly, let's do a brief review. Let's go to my magnifying glass. Here's my magnifying glass. If I click on my magnifying glass, it allows me to search for apps in the S/4HANA environment. So if I had a module dealing with sales and distribution, and say for instance I don't know that, all I know is sales. So out here in the S/4HANA dialog box, this is called a dialog box, right? Programming students, I can type in sales. Go ahead, my assistant. Right. So under sales, it gives me create sales and operations plan for material. What are my daily sales? And that's outstanding for the last 12 months. Display the quantity of information record. And there are 61 more apps available. Now there was a question, why is there this commonality between ADVC and IT5? The reason is we are doing different modules. When Mr. Reddy, the previous head of department, had created the module descriptor for ADVC 401 and IT5, all they put down was ERP on the top. But what they specified was that we will be doing the human resources, they still call it human resources there, now we call it human capital something. Yeah, human capital management. They would decide to say, you want to do the econ back? Oh no, it's off. It's off. So you could have done a module in SAP S/4HANA. Hot tip for the exam. one of the questions, I shouldn't be saying that. Maybe it says it, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm testing you on what I teach you. I teach what I test, and I test what I teach. Right? So one of the questions is, why doesn't a company offer all these modules or buy all the, or do this? Right? Now, very often in a company, let's say DUT is the company, they are implementing an ERP system. And when they are implementing an ERP system, money becomes an issue. If you want to get all 61 apps, you have to pay for all 61 apps to be included. I'm just using it as an example. And if you buy all 61 apps, you're not necessarily going to use it because you're going to get factors like resistance to change. Staff at DUT don't want to move on to the new system. Or you may get issues of training with the new ERP system. In order for you to get the user to use the new system, you've got to train the user to do that. And that's where I come into play. I can train them. Dr. Modley, I offer the finance people free training, Dr. Modley. They didn't take it up. Free training on the SAP S1. SAP, what's that?
Oh, finance. Finance academic.
No.
SCA board.
Yes. Right. Okay, I wanted some payment. I mean, cars don't travel on water, you know. But anyway, that's another thing. So, dear students, when you are writing the short paragraph type answer, and the questions talks about what are the challenges associated with implementing an ERP system, right? One of the challenges is dealing with resistance of staff to adopt the new system. I think you talk on the phone when I'm here. Oh, you tell me where to come. Oh, okay, I'll talk. But you can go outside. I don't mind. 2 cell phones too. Right? Go. Tell me where to come. Please. Right. Okay. So that's what you need to discuss. Also, a company will not use all 61. Let's see the 61. Let's see 61. Show all 61. They will not use all the modules or the applications in SAP S/4HANA. So why must I go and get all of this? Manage stock sales. Why must I go and get stock? Okay, if it's a company that's a warehousing or selling products, yes, you would. But let's say, for instance, it's not necessarily dealing with stock. Then they don't need to purchase those modules for SAP S/4HANA. Now, on the cover page of the examination paper, which you are writing on the 13th of June, one of the instructions I put down there is provide examples. Oh, wait, let me show the cover page. You don't mind this? I'll just show you the cover page. Not the whole exam, sir, just the cover page, right? I just want to show you the cover page of the exam. The cover page of the exam says, right, here's my cover page. Y'all will see it on the 13th of June. Right? Provide appropriate examples to support your response. So if the challenge is that in an ERP system, staff are resistant to change, then you put down as an example, in the SAP S/4HANA environment, there are a number of modules and staff may not necessarily be qualified to take on all those modules like sales, stock, inquiry, or whatever. You will have to provide training for that. That's a cost factor. See what I mean? And that's how I want y'all to answer the question. The essay type question, there were very few questions in test 1 that answered it like that. So you become critical in your analysis of the question, and you also provide concrete examples to support your response. Another response would be, if this is a system that's very expensive, which it is, right? It's pretty expensive. Now, a new company may not be able to afford it, so they will buy the modules as and when they have the necessary capital to do that. So this year they'll do sales, next year they'll do purchasing or whatever. But that's what it is. So if I look at my S4HANA modules, right, if I look at it, there's sales. Let's look at what other modules that I have. If and when they require it, they would include that. Right. Another reason why a company would not move over to it is because they're still using the legacy system. A legacy system is what they were doing previously, right? An old system. Now, how do you answer the questions from here? ISIFA has provided us with step-by-step instructions on how to access the environment, SAP S4HANA environment. So I will share that document again with you, but it's also available in Moodle and it's also on MS Teams. So here it is. So this is how I work. I generally share my screen in half. I put half of it on this side, right? I put half of it on that side, and I keep my PDF document on the other side. So I open up Adobe. Right, there's my Adobe here. Oops, I don't want you to see that. That's a part-time claim. Nope. Let's open up my ISIFA. Where's my ISIFA notes? Right. So here's my. See, here's my ISIFA notes. I can share this with you. And you follow the instructions in a step-by-step fashion, right? And it's so simple that if you follow it like the way I'm showing you, you would be able to. So you split your screen in two, right? So here's my course material for the subject. The CIFA stands for Enterprise Systems Education for Africa. Zambike's case study. Now hopefully you will understand why it is ZMB. The ZMB is the Zambike's case study. Go to YouTube, you can actually find the company. But they don't use SAP S4HANA. It's a small company, but that's the case study behind making up a bicycle. I want to go to YouTube quickly. I'll show it to you. Oh man, I like YouTube. Right, all my lectures are there. Okay, if you don't, just click on my like the video, make my video. You want to see it? Okay, right. Thank you. So you go to YouTube. You go to YouTube. Where's my YouTube? And you're going to look for the case study that we are talking about. Right. So Zambikes is a company that exists for real, but they're not using the SAP S4HANA, right? So you go to you. Hey, I broke the 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, and he subscribed.
You have? Oh, great. So you go to YouTube and you look for ZAMBIKES. There's it. The Zambike's case study, right? So you go to the Zambike's case study. It's a short video. Please watch it. Right? I don't know whether you'd like to watch it, sir, as well. But it gives you an idea of what we are talking about in the guide. When they talk about Fani or Vuyani as a sales manager, they are buying from the Lusaka store, you get it. Right? Zambike's case. Okay, it's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. Right? Sorry? I'll share this link with you. You want me to share the link with you?
Yes.
Yeah, got it. But they said yes, that means they haven't got it. Please share this link. Sharing is caring, and caring is sharing. This film is an ISIFA program. What are we learning about? ISIFA, right? Using the Zambike's case study, it's to model our So let's go and share this link. I'm sure you didn't see it. How can you not see it? It'll make so much sense to what you are talking about. Thank you. Thank you, proof of attendance. I'm so happy you got it. Thank you so much. I should be checking my email while I'm lecturing, but thank you so much. Who's the student? 215-45670. You're not here. Oh, you're at home. Okay. Right. So let's go. Let me send this link to you, and you will watch because I'm taking up Sir's time now. So you just tell me when to stop. I can go on for 3 hours, sir.
You should be stopping now.
I should be stopping now. Okay. Right. I'll give me 5 more minutes, sir. Right. So you go and watch this video. Here it is. Right. You watch the video. When you watch the video, it will explain to you, right, what this, right? You know, we're talking about bamboo bikes. Here's the bamboo bikes that they manufacture. Right there. You watch the video, and then you will do the exercise based on as if you are a company employee for Zambikes. So you must pretend like you're the finance manager, you're the accountant, you're the sales manager, you're the person on the inventory floor, and right? Okay, I'll just move this a little bit faster. Because Sir said I gotta move quickly. So you know I keep talking about we need to buy a bicycle seat or a bicycle, right? Here's Zambikes, this is the company address. The other company that they used were Global Bikes. Now that's the European, they're talking about dollars, euros, all that goes with it. See, this is the African
For a start,
countries.
it's an old concept.
So sir, we have decolonized the subject.
And what we've done is
Right,
gone back into
sir?
history,
I
looked at
decolonized the subject,
what
right?
a bamboo bike used to
Dr.
do,
Rosaline asks
and then we
you,
worked on improving
here's
it to what it
Zambikes,
is
see,
now.
Zambikes.
As a matter of
What
fact,
is
we have a
Zambikes
number
that like you?
of other bamboo bike builders, but we're unique, we're very different from everyone else. We have looked at our competitors, they're still a little bit behind us in the final quality.
So sir's giving me a
And obviously we have our bikes custom made. We engage with our clients and find out exactly what they're looking for and try as much as possible to come very close, if not perfectly, to what they want.
right. So there's Zambikes.
Some bikes was founded in the year 2007 by
A couple of weeks ago, I asked you to fill in a Google form about Zambikes.
We
Did I?
recommended the fact that the bikes had a very short lifespan.
Zambikes.
And so we came in and thought, what can we do to get up the standard of the bikes in the nation? And that's how we embarked on being different from any other supplier by having a bike that's a little bit more expensive and yet has a lifespan.
It's made of bamboo.
Bike of
Bamboo.
Our core values are, first of all, look
Right,
at
so you're gonna watch that?
the needs of the nation of Zambia. We've looked at
Watch that and that'll give you an understanding of what's going on. So what you do is you take your notes. There's your notes on the side here. There's the notes. Now there we go. See it. You see what I'm doing? Zambikes case study. Ha. Check. This is the aha moment. Come on, in psychology, that's what they call it. You don't experience that. Oh man. There's the background to the company. Now you must read the notes. You either watch the video or read the notes. Right? You go there, you go through it. And class, thanks to Ms. Naika, we have done the first section over here. Right? You go and look at it. Can you see how I keep it on one side of the thingy? And on the other side, I keep my right. So this is how you're going to study this section. So can you see I've got my notes out here. There's my notes, there's my notes. ERP, all the notes. I did this with you as a PowerPoint, right? There's my workshop. Check here. I'm not going to log out now. You saw this picture. There's the notes, right? I've done this with you. I've done the password. The client is 26 something. So you go. You read the notes, you read the notes. Ah, look at here. There's the apps. The SAP Fiori apps are presented and grouped as tiles. See on the right hand side. There's my tiles. Aha! There's the notes. It says how do you search, how you log on. Right? You want to do a search order. You see this? Order. There's a search bar. What did we use to search? Magnifying glass. So they quickly. I'm going faster because I'm already taking up time myself. ORDER. And you press enter. Check here. Look at this. Isn't this magic? So I've done this like 2 or 3rd time and I'm still getting excited. And y'all go, won't y'all get excited for the first time you're doing it? Quickly, I'm coming fast. Ah, man. Don't y'all get excited for these things? No. Okay, just get excited to pass the course. You have all. Right, so you go through it. I'm so happy you did that. You go through it. Oops. Oh, there's a signal that I need to close up my lecture. You read through it, read, and you continue. And when you complete this guide, you are prepared to write the exam. Right? So, any questions, queries? What needs to be done for our practical session in this course? I had 3 objectives. 1, to meet you. I'm so happy you all came. 2, to talk about the conference that they are having. They want you to register. Right? Okay, more objectives. 3, I wanted you to do the SEQs and NEQs on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, when you get the thing. I had 65 out of 180 students. That's 1/3 that submitted. I was at the audit on Tuesday. The auditors, institutional audit that they had, they mentioned that throughout the institution, SEQs and LEQs, the return rate is very low. That's not good, right? That means we're not getting feedback from our customers, you. And I wanted you all to go back to this login page for SAP S4HANA, right? Your exam paper is set. You're writing on the 13th of June. There are long paragraph, short paragraph type questions. I gave you an example of how to answer the examination question. I want to show you as well, for me, my paper is moderated externally. So I can't tell, oh, Dr. Mudli, you are my colleague in the department. Please moderate it, let it go through my students. It goes through a person at UKZN, right? That's the requirement. I'm showing it to you. There's the cover page here, right? You're going to see this, right? An external person. So, Dr. Mudli, you don't even have a chance to see and check it out now, even though you are at DUT. Even though he's a HOD, you can't. I have to have a certain standard in terms of what I'm doing. All right? Okay? She will also check my marking that I did correctly. So don't worry. I know in the test you can have errors and all that thing. She needs to get this sorted out. Okay? So do you have any questions for me? Last 5 minutes, 4 minutes I got, sir. I'm going to finish up because y'all came in later. I just remind you all, y'all came in late. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Wait, am I still recording? Oh yes, I'm still recording. Any questions for me? Any questions for me? Come on. You know what they'll do, sir? They will email me their questions. So much questions. They'll send me messages, sir. And that too, they don't even respect the office hours. That's true. Then
that's very good.
Yes.
Nobody respects office.
No.
So many things like at 9 o'clock in the night, I'm standing
Yeah.
my email.
And boy, oh boy, if I don't reply to the email, sir, I get 2-3 reminders. Or their messages. I have to block them now. Oh, Nova Messenger. Did y'all get that Nova Messenger request? One last thing, sir. One last thing. Nova Messenger. Please, please. I made history again at DUT. We are the first one using Nova Messenger. Right? Nova Messenger. There we go. I've got 66 users out here. You go to the App Store, you download the app. 2 years ago, Dr. Modley and I, and Dr. Jali, we were the first ones to use the invigilator software. Right? Sir, did you know it's in the SCR report, sir? The
Oh,
invigilator?
yeah. It's becoming quite
Right? And guess what? You know the audit, sir? I went for 2 interviews over there. Both, they mentioned the integrated software. The DVC teaching and learning was there, sir. He said his faculty piloted it. How do you tell your boss you're wrong? We did it first. Right? I had to keep quiet. I have no choice, Dr. The DVC Professor Suret Singh was there. Ooh, it's the recording. I should be turned on the recordings. We did it first. Right? Our faculty did it first. Right? Doesn't matter. Nobody remembers the pioneers. Let's be a pioneer in this one. Right? Thank you. See, that's the cue. Sir wants me to go. Right? So go to this. I'm going to send it off to y'all. I'm going to quickly create a new broadcast. Thank you for coming on a Saturday. Thank you for coming to our Saturday lecture. Right, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much, class. Thank you, sir. Sorry I took